Good morning, everyone. Terry Harden here, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer. No broadcast today because I have COVID-19. And I wanted to talk to you just briefly about that and then give you a little update. And then I will see you Monday. All right. So I won't be broadcasting today because I am resting up due to COVID-19. Last Saturday, I went to a picnic, and this is where we think I picked it up. What else can I tell you? I'm hanging in. It's mainly a stuffy, runny nose. Pardon me, so you're gonna have to deal with this. But I'm in isolation in my office. My husband is negative, so the goal is to keep my husband, who is high risk, safe and not contacting it. But I wanted to give you a quick update today. So there will be no AMA. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do have it. The symptoms are light because I'm twice vaccinated, twice boosted. I highly encourage you to do the same. I know some of you have medical conditions and cannot, but if it's your attitude, you're worried about it or whatever, please reconsider. Also, because it's made the symptoms mild. I know it's made the symptoms mild. However, last night I did have shortness of breath, so I had to combat that a bit with some of the supplements I'm taking. I'm not taking anything yet prescribed by doctors, but I am meeting with the doctor today. Sleeping a lot, blowing my nose an awful lot. In fact, I should be taking stock out in Kleenex for all the Kleenexes I've been using. But my attitude is still upbeat and good. The main reason I want to talk to you today, and it won't be long, not a long conversation, but I'm running into comments like there's two camps with COVID, those who didn't get it and those who have gotten it. But listen, or those who have it and those who will get it, please don't take that attitude. Don't take that attitude, because I think it creates a laissez-faire, what is it? A relaxed attitude. Why should I'm going to get it anyway, so why should I wear a mask in close quarters? You should wear a mask in close quarters because you're doing the best you can to keep yourself safe, okay? Plain and simple. A mask is not that big of a deal. So in a closed situation, if you cannot social distance, and you cannot just stay away from crowds, then please consider masking up. I did not wear a mask outdoors at a picnic and I caught it. So it's nothing to be, I don't really think you need to be afraid, but you need to be diligent. Okay. Don't think that it doesn't matter. One of the things that I've realized is because I've worn a mask, I think I've kept a lot of people safe. I didn't create exposure in situations where I really could have been a spreader, possibly. And so, because I was wearing a mask everywhere I went indoors, the only time I had no mask was outdoors. Now, that is something that I think benefited. I do have people out there that don't believe that the masks do any good. I disagree. I think the masks do a lot of good. For one thing, maybe it's, people are talking about it could be in the air conditioning, it could be airborne. Yeah. Things you can't control. But the reality of it is this: you can control wearing a mask. So I highly recommend you do what you can control. It has helped this immensely. Okay, this situation immensely. My husband and I were together all day Sunday, although we didn't kiss because I was feeling a little scratchy throat. Good thing we sleep back to back. I think that helped. And also, we had air circulation. I think that helped. I don't believe that hindered. So, do we know how this works? Not really. We only know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. But we do know that a mask keeps you from, your little particles coming from your mouth onto somebody else. And on Monday morning, I was with my mold maker. We were head to head like this, but in masks, because he was delivering the bishop to me, the third piece in the Roly Crump chess set. So I've not been sculpting. I've been resting. Yesterday, as I mentioned, I had shortness of breath. So now the doctors are trying to say, does my clock reset and I have to stay another 5 days? I think the best way to tell is to take one of the rapid tests. I will be taking the rapid test probably on Sunday because I need to wait 5 days before I'm out of isolation. And interesting fact, guys, is day 0 is when you start to feel the symptoms. So it's not day 1 that I started to feel the symptoms. It was counted as day 0, which means that my day out of isolation would be Saturday, not Friday. Yes. So better safe than sorry. And then they said I could wear a mask for 5 days and move about the cabin or go to work or go to the bank or whatever. But I have to be very careful because I do have a high risk husband working at home. So I will continue to wear a mask and then I will continue to isolate away from him for the remaining 5 days as well. So that's the plan. So as far as you're concerned, this is just a broadcast to let you know I'm hanging in there, doing fine. Back is tired. And what else can I tell you? Shortness of breath. It felt like someone was taking forgive me, their hands on my ribs and squeezing. So I had trouble getting air, but not like serious trouble getting air. I simply took a Benadryl and then I took some more vitamin C and I took an aspirin. And just because my heart seemed to be working harder than usual. It could be all in my head, but just caution, 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 while I'm in isolation. Getting a lot of not getting a lot of work done because I have to do this. So it's really hard to do this and do this at the same time. So I'm not getting a lot of that done. But I'm getting some reading done, and doctors say I should rest, plenty of fluid, so I'm doing that. And for some reason, I'm eating a lot of fruit. I seem to really, really crave the fruit. I don't know if that is anything with COVID-19 or just that it's summer. But the point is that I did want you guys to know that I'm hanging in there. I'm doing all right. I mean, I've been boosted and vaccinated, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yesterday, the shortness of breath was not fun. Not that I was gasping or anything, but it was a little bit rough. I just basically wanted to get on here today and tell you, please don't take the attitude that you're going to get it eventually. All right. I think this is a bad attitude. I don't think this is a good mindset. Okay. So let's be positive and keep protecting yourselves. Okay. Because even if you do get it, if you mask up, you're protecting others. And those of you who don't believe in the cloth mask, then get the N95s. The N95s are high end and will take good care of you. Okay. And take good care of others, which is more important. You know, maybe you don't care if you get it, but you might give it to someone that it could be a challenge, especially. I have several friends who, due to medical conditions, cannot get the vaccines or boosters. So I certainly didn't want to be around any of them. And because I was masked up, I feel they're very safe. But anyone that was at risk, I reached out and told them they've all tested negative, so this is good. And my husband has tested negative, so I'm going to keep it that way by masking up. I'm not going to walk around in close quarters thinking that you'll eventually get it. So why should I mask up? To me, that's a bit narcissistic. Okay, my opinion, but it's narcissistic to me. I think stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about others if this is your attitude. I don't want to wear a mask. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to infect others. So just sort of think about that. If you still feel the way you do, well, you do. It's your opinion. But I just really got tired of people thinking that, people who have gotten COVID and those that will get COVID. Maybe you will get it, but the later on, the more vaccinated and boosted or the more they discover, the better off you're going to be. So if that last statement is the truth, let's just see how far away it can be. So finally, maybe when it's at the flu level, and the flu does take people out, remember, the flu can kill people. Let's just be safe, okay? Wear that mask in close quarters or avoid big crowds. If you've got to go to the Hollywood Bowl and see a concert, which is outdoors, but you're still very close together, this is the kind of situation that I was in and got sick, okay? So just be careful. All right. Monday, I don't know if I'll be broadcasting. Everything is touch and go right now, but I did want to just jump on and tell you that I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. And hopefully we can get back to normal or my frame of normal next week, okay? Please, guys, be kind to each other and do something nice for someone else. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. I've got lots to do here because I'm an artist. I have plenty. I always do this. A good excuse to catch up on a movie or read a good book and invest in Kleenex. Excuse me, because I'm sure using a lot of it. So you guys be well. Have a good weekend and be safe out there. Okay. All right. Love you bunches. See you later.